Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the Wicket Train podcast. Today I'm joined by Levi. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. And Jake, how are you, mate?
I'm alright, how are you?
Yeah, not bad. Today we'll be speaking about games from the weekend and a few other hot topics around cricketing. Let's get into it. The under-13s played Geelong City, with City winning the toss and batted first. We managed to keep them for 70 all out off 19.5 overs. The under-11 Ryan picking up 2 from 9 off 3 overs. And the rest of the wickets shared between Jasper, the Xaviers, Josh and Harry. Our turn to bat and we finished with 1 for 109 off 22 overs. Top scorers going to Josh, 24 not out and off 18, and Xavier F, 15 not out off 15.
Our under-15s were playing against Corio. We batted first and made 146 all out. Top scorers to Declan from Mergy scoring 41, Xavier Falvey 19, and first time going out this season, so his average is about 213. Wait, where am I? Oh, Lucas made 16. Then Corio batted for the last 9 overs of the day, making 2 for 47 with wickets to Hayden and Charlie.
In the under-17s, we played City at City. We won the bat flip and batted first. We made 4 for 255 off 50 overs. Levi decided to ton up with an 100 not out. Lachlan Lowndes Piggy made 52, his maiden 50 for the club. He got burnt by Levi. Honourable mention to Liam 37, Ash 26. The Fours played against Leopold, won the toss and decided to bat first for once this year. Ended up with 129 all out with a rough start at 7 for 53. Runs to Jack Darrell Somerville with 56 with back-to-back 50s in the Fours, saving them both times. Karen with 23 and Jack Donnell with 29. 9 not out with his first ever boundary being a 6. Leopold ended up with 9 for 136 winning the game. Wickets to Spencer having 3 for 26 and 2 wickets each to Karen, JD and Tristan.
The Thirds lost the toss and bowled first. Leopold made 8 for 198 off their 45 overs down at the shed. I took 3 for 45 off 9, Special K and Morris getting 2 and Jake Gittins with 1. In reply, we made 160 all out off 41.4 overs. Runs to Shree making 32, Trent Fergus batted well for 29 and Special K made 24.
Us in the second 11, we took on Leopold at Leopold. Game was Fogbox, so a few highlights if you want to go check them out. We won the toss. We are 100% from toss, which is great. And batted first. Made 6 for 203 off 50 overs. After being 1 for 2 after 2 overs, we made some more runs. Menzies and Chalk. Menzies was 72 off 133 bowls and Trent 78 off 112. In reply, I managed to keep Leopold off the very last bowl, or the very last over, and they managed to win it, running a 2. Wickets to Lyndon, Ravi and Blake picking up 2 each, and myself with 1. First 11 playing down at Lawn Addicts Oval, won the toss and bowled first for the first time this year. They kept Leopold to 8 for 204 in a batter's pitch, I would say. Not a lot of swing off early. Wickets to Matty, 2 for 35. Tom Beasley, 2 for 35. And Cal Doubledam, 2 for 30 in his first game for the year. And Butto, Bailey and Stu Calder with 1 each. In reply, we made 150 runs, with runs going to Jake Paris-Hilton, 44 off 78, and Jack Burns, 31 off 74, and Harry Moore rounded out the top order with 31 off 51.
The 17s put on 500 runs in the last 2 weeks, both 250 each week, well, 249, 255.
Yeah, I mean...
Travelling well. 13s travelling well.
Unfortunately, no wins for senior teams as we come into the Wards finals. And club championship points are crucial at this stage, so hopefully we can get on a roll and start winning games. But
Will we Div 2 next year at least?
yeah, we stay Div 2. So next year, I think they combine this year's and next year's points, so we need to base off this year. and next year to decide what they want to do.
They're always going to take 2 years. Or is it-
I think they're
usually
going to
it's
change.
just one, isn't
Yeah,
it?
they're going to change back to 1 year. After this year, they changed to 8 teams per div, so they're going to have a year of that. Probably both I haven't seen, but Bale Park is dominating Div 3 as expected, being a top 4
They
Div
lost a game. I
2
think.
club, getting dropped. Apart from that, it's pretty even across the round. The T20 Cup happened.
Oh, yeah.
That is sorting out a lot of lower Div teams compared to the top.
I see that Little River are playing St. Joey's. We're playing East Belmont here, and St. Joey's are playing Teesdale.
No, that already happened. So yeah,
St. Peter's are playing Little River this week.
with it, good idea. I like the idea. Get back to playing T20 cricket.
Yeah.
I reckon
does-
they should induct it in juniors as well. It'd be fun for us lot as well.
Yeah.
It used to be good in juniors because the people that didn't get much of a go on the weekend would then play the T20s.
Yeah, that's why I'd like it.
You'd love it, mate. You'd
Oh,
love
yeah.
it.
I would.
I feel like with the T20 comp in seniors, I like the system of you playing each team, but that really separates the
The
comp
skill level.
and the skill level.
Yeah.
You got GCA 4 teams taking on GCA 1 teams. You can get some balance. GCA 2 play top end of GCA 3.
Yeah.
I feel like they should go to a system where it's just you playing your div. If there's
Yeah.
eight teams per div, you can get at least 4 games all round robin, 4 games or 3 games, whatever it is, and then play your final.
Yeah.
Finals.
Gonna be honest, it's a great idea doing the Knockout Cup. You then really see who's the best T20 side
In Geelong.
in Geelong.
And district, really.
And I guess with it though, you don't really see how some teams can match up. Because say St. Peter's, great GCA 2 team, Geelong City, great GCA 2 team. If they come against a powerhouse Div 1 team, they could really struggle. Whereas you probably could get lucky with it as well. So, good idea. Hopefully it gets changed better. Maybe. I don't know how they would do it. Maybe a bracket instead of redrawing each round.
Yeah.
Straight up brackets. You know next week who you're playing.
Because if you get an easy draw, then you're pretty much through.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
any other sport. There's soccer,
Yeah.
FA Cup. You get an easy draw and you're home. Really, footy.
Yeah,
Get an easy
Champions-
draw.
Champions League.
Yeah.
But something happened while we were gone for last week. We managed to get famous on TikTok. A bit lucky. 100,000 views on a TikTok, and
But Talbot who's not
but
here.
Jack Taylor is not here.
Hope you're having fun in Queensland, big dog.
And Jake, you polled about 20,000 yourself. Everyone thinks they're selectors. Everyone thinks they're a selector.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's got their opinion. We think it's funny. Keep going. Keep commenting your things. We don't mind your feedback. We like to hear what people think. Obviously, we pick the teams based on what we know.
Yeah.
Yes, you can look at it and Talbot was missing Stark and Hazelwood and pick Boland.
Yeah, that was a bit
That's
silly.
probably
That was a bit
yeah.
silly, yeah.
We'll give him that one.
Silly Billy.
The people saying why is Warner open to batting? He's been doing it for 10 years now. He's got 2 years left of his career. Let's give him a happy ending and not just sack him off
Yeah.
and make sure he can actually enjoy the last bit of his career.
Yeah.
It's been there for a long time, so can't just cut down on him
No.
until he's done, really.
Who will go after Warner? Smith or Kawaja first? Who do you boys reckon?
I can't say Smith now after what he's done in the BBL.
No.
Yeah.
You got to think from 4 games making 300 runs.
Aussie hasn't been making too many, but
I
he's been getting starts, but it's not.
yeah.
Matt Renshaw had one good knock.
I think it'll be a case on form,
Yeah.
whether or not form makes him because top end 30s. If form is the deciding factor in their career, or if they just go out on their own terms after having a good run of games,
Yeah.
we'll never know. But the ICC came out with their ODI Test and T20 Team of the Years.
Yeah.
No complaints here.
Josh Little from Ireland making the team.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah, I do, but then...
At least, like,
No.
they're not just picking the
The test team of
powerhouse
the year is
countries.
good. You got Kawaja, Brathwaite, Marnus, Bubba Azam, Ben Stokes as the captain, Johnny Bairstow, Rishabh Pant as your keeper. Then you got Cummins, Rabada, Lyon, and is it Anderson? It's not a bad
it's
side.
Yeah,
Jimmy
it's
Anderson.
Anderson.
Yeah, so that's the 11. You can't really complain about that. They've all done well this year.
I've got to say something though. How good has Anderson been? He's nearly
39,
He's 39, getting close to 40,
Yeah.
and he's still one of the best bowlers in the world.
And steer broad, but
He's
slowing down.
he's not bowling 150 like Nokia and all those quicks. He's basically
Line and length.
our Boland. He is the better Boland, I will say.
Pretty much, yeah.
He's been that good for that many years. He swings it both ways. He dominates batsmen. He sets you up and just knocks you down. Really.
Like my innings last night.
What I saw this on social media myself.
Yep.
Don't remember who from. Are we getting to a point in cricket where the top 3, top 4 teams are too separate for the rest of the countries? I saw Alga came out and said in the next 3-4 years he's not playing a test series longer than 2 matches.
Who?
Alga, South Africa. We're playing 4 test series against India, I think, or 3. Ashes,
4 against India, Ashes.
and then Pakistan come back, we play them a bit.
Where's that at? Here? Or?
Here. Are other countries not getting a fair go? Or is it because countries think their skill level isn't high enough to worth, say, Australia, India going over there and playing a long series?
Both.
I do think each country should play the same amount of test.
Yeah.
And then, because like the champion points, I don't know how it really works, but don't they do like test championship or something?
The World Test
And-
Championship.
Yeah.
Some
that's
teams
India
play
and
20.
Australia need a draw or win.
Yeah.
One
Some
minimum to make it, and I think it's against India.
like countries play like 20 tests, and then
Others
some play 5.
5, yeah.
Like,
Well, you look at it, no offence to any England batsmen, but the reason they score that many runs is they're playing 5 times more test matches
exactly, yeah.
than any Sri Lankan, South African,
Yeah.
Zimbabwe
Netherlands.
batsman, Netherlands, like any of those test teams or teams that are getting there, they're playing 20 more tests.
Yeah.
Therefore, they're improving each test. They can develop young players quicker, as we've seen with Crawley, Duckett, Liam Livingstone, all those, Ollie Pope.
Labuschagne as well, really,
Labuschagne's-
from where he's come.
Labuschagne now coming over playing in Australia, where all you do in summer is play cricket. You got again. I feel like Australia isn't playing as much cricket during the summer. I mean, it does take a long time, yes, for tests, but I feel like we could be playing more at home.
Yeah.
This year we only had the 5 tests at home. 2 against the West Indies, 3 against South Africa, whichever way it was.
Yeah.
And then you're off for a month, then going to India. I feel like we need to keep Australian cricketers in Australia more
Yeah.
and offer South Africa and the West Indies short form games. And the West Indies probably could battle us in a short form. They're
100%.
known as a short form.
They
yeah.
could beat
side.
anyone on their day in T20.
South Africa could real push us with the T20.
And then in that case, you keep South Africans or West Indies young teams developing against Australian bowlers, Australian players,
Yeah.
and you got Australia still improving themselves. So it's a win-win for both sides.
Yeah.
Whereas what we're doing is we're not playing enough games against these lower sides to keep them going.
Yeah. Thoughts on Adam Zampa saying he's going to reconsider his red ball cricket after not being named in the Personally, I think he's never been a red ball cricketer. He's always been in the white ball format. You see him playing in the ODIs, the T20. I don't think he has as many first-class games with the red ball as much as he does with the white ball. He hasn't got as much as Mitch Swepson. That's why they obviously took Schweppo over. He hasn't got many first-class games compared to Mitch Swepson. That's my take on why I don't think he was really in contention. Maybe in a few years he might, but you see him majority of the time with a white ball format, not a red ball format, don't you?
And even if he was selected in that squad, he wouldn't be playing, so... would he?
And I don't know if he has he's never bowled that many. You'd think he's only...
Well, Zampa's played 39 first-class matches, and I'm pretty sure he's played one in maybe the last 2 years. My thing is, he's not a real big spinner of the ball. He's not a consistent line and length hitter, as an off spinner
Do you
is.
reckon he has he's a leggy?
Yes, but I know. But if you're going to bowl leggy, you've got to be able to pitch it
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 in that spot.
Do you reckon he has the the capability of bowling, say, 55 overs in India?
No, it's a short form. He'll go
That's
for
what I'm
he
saying.
goes for a few runs, and will take 2 wickets. But again, they're not too. For me, these wickets he takes aren't confident wickets.
No.
They're either blokes hitting him, trying to hit him out of the stadium,
Yeah.
or he's getting like a chop on or something. It's not like he's setting up the batsman. He's getting this massive wrong and coming through the gate.
Yeah.
It's not like I'd rather watch Rashid Khan bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Example, I don't see him.
I don't see
I
him
knew
getting a
they.
go in the red ball cricket.
I knew they came out and said he might play in India, but again, you look at it and go, "This." I
Well,
forgot.
look at the
I
other
forgot
four
Swepson.
spinners.
Forgot Swepson played last year in India.
Yeah.
I remember that and thinking, "There's no way Zampa gets a game." Swepson, it's like he gets picked. Line, if you're not playing line,
You got Todd Murphy or
Then you're
Ashton
silly.
Agar.
Yeah.
then again, yep, Murphy, young kid, he's going to be playing tests in the next 2 years, if not this year. And Agar, they're seeing what Agar can do.
What he can offer.
If Agar doesn't offer anything, then Murphy can come in.
And partner up with Nathan Lyon till he eventually retires.
Yeah, there's about 4 players above him in that
Yeah, there's
spinners.
3 players. There's 3 players that are above him. If he was going to be the second spinner in India,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nathan Lyon's always
and then
guaranteed.
even then you've got part timers.
Yeah, we've got heaps of
Labuschagne in Sydney.
Hold on. Labuschagne is right arm question mark. He bowled some pace at Perth and now he's bowling absolute. He's ripping through some mad leggies in Sydney.
Labuschagne in Sydney reminded me of Shane Warne.
Oh yeah.
The amount of spin he was getting on that pitch was unbelievable to me.
Yeah.
And then you got Travis Head.
Head was probably one of the
Head is
best
very
bowlers
underrated,
in
yeah.
that test.
Head, yeah.
He should be bowling more, to
I'm
be
not
honest.
saying
I
the
did
line.
see a thing saying he's working on his bowling more now so he can be a relief bowler in India. And I reckon he could even bowl 10 overs or to 20, up to
I wouldn't
20.
be surprised if he doesn't bowl 20 in innings.
Yeah, same.
Well, comparing him to Lyon wasn't hitting. Obviously, you got everyone knows how pitches work. You get rough, bang, spins ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was hitting that rough 10 times out of 10. Lyon was only hitting it 5. So if he's coming in part timer. Virat Kohli's going to think, why is this bloke bowling?
Yeah.
Bang, rough. He's going to get wickets. He is
Underrated.
underrated.
Very.
It has to be
Very.
underrated.
He's always been a good bowler too. Like, just on the ODIs, he did get used a couple of years ago when he was playing them, but he could definitely be used more
He has to be one of the most underrated players in the world.
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
He comes out and bats like it's an ODI, gets 50 or 50, 100 off 100.
Yeah.
Now he's shown people he can bowl, and he's a he's a good in-close fielder, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he's
not
always
sure.
that short leg, isn't he?
Not to hurt Australia, but there's not many good in-close fielders as in under that lid stuff. We got
Him and
great
Marn.
slips fielders.
Like Marnus.
Him and
Minus-
mine, that's it really.
Yeah,
Oh,
minus-
Renshaw.
Did you
Renshaw.
see they had Renshaw? Yeah, they had Renshaw under the lid. He's a big bloke as
Why
well.
did it get that close to COVID? I mean,
Yeah.
they did have Cam Green and Gully, so I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he is seriously underrated,
Oh, yeah.
Travis Head. Which
About
ta-
how India put on about nearly 400 in the ODI last night, though. Their openers put on an opening stance of 212 off about 22 overs.
Both
Oh.
turn up.
Both did turn up, yes.
I was watching the BBL,
Yep.
turn to India play New Zealand. They're 200 off 25 overs.
Yeah.
You think,
Jake and I saw it. He thought they would have traction.
what is going on? I think that New Zealand's a great T20 team, good test team, and they're a decent ODI team.
Yeah.
They went from, in the second game, bowled out for 108. Now
They only lost by 80 runs, so they got to the 300 total as well.
that's quite bad.
It's-
But
it
you
was a-
shouldn't be, with their bowlers you're looking at, Southey and all that,
I don't think
How-
he was playing.
how do you let guys...
Southey didn't play. no.
Southey didn't play. They
They
had some real...
had a couple new players. Only played a handful of
some
ODIs.
blokes, yeah, all of them were going for over 6 and over, I reckon.
Yeah.
I think one bloke may have been going for 5.
Santner.
Last night's game, New Zealand bowled out for 295, India 385, 9 down. Let's look at the bowlers.
Devon
Again,
Conway, 138 off 100.
he
Did he end up?
He's a good player.
He's underrated for New Zealand as well.
Yeah.
Very underrated, yeah. That's...
New Zealand, Jacob Duffy, never heard of him.
I've never heard
Gonna
of
be
him.
honest.
Heard of him once.
Mitchell Bowen, surprise there. He went for 10 and over.
Lockie Ferguson you hear of. He
Lockie Ferguson.
He bowled well for what happened.
I love Lockie Ferguson.
Yep.
I like bowls 140 in a long sleeve.
Yeah.
Seriously love that.
you heard-
Santner's a spinner. Obviously, yeah, he bowled well for only just under 6 and over. And yeah, they had 225 overs.
Then
And then yeah, they got some Jacob Duffy. Yeah, you don't really know him unless you are from New
Yeah.
Zealand.
Rohit Sharma 101 off 85 and Shubman Gill 112 off
Who's
78.
Blair Tickner? Have you
Yeah,
heard of him?
that's what I was looking at. He's
And
the
their
name.
first wicket fell in the 26.1 over. They were 1 for 212.
He hasn't played Test cricket.
Daryl Mitchell bowled and
ODI.
Michael Bracewell.
He's played 9 ODIs.
I forget about Bracewell. I'm going to be honest with you.
Hmm.
I forget he plays. I know he's all rounder, batting. I don't know if he's batting or bowling, but I forget that he can bowl. I think when I think of Bracewell, I think he's just a lower end bat, but he can hold his spot all right as a bowler.
Yeah.
I was looking at Finn Allen Duck.
Yeah.
Was that the same Finn Allen that put on 60 runs against Australia in the T20 World Cup or whatever it was?
He's definitely got potential.
He's got potential. I guess he's just got to take it. Conway, he's gun 138 of 100. Latham, Golden,
Yeah, saw that.
Mitchell doing his thing, 24. Henry Nichols doing his thing, 42. We have Bracewell and Santa. They're good lower order bats.
They are, yeah.
They can hold their spot in Test cricket for that many bowls. They can do what's needed as a lower order bat. Seriously rate them, but they're looking at it. It just seems weird how you can argue they are playing younger people, but I don't see how you're letting. They're fourth in the world. Like they're the top 4 teams in the world.
Yeah.
How are you letting teams put 225 overs against you? That's 10 and over
That's
for 25
embarrassing.
overs. Surely, like
They didn't get a wicket till after break. Drinks.
Williamson's not playing either. I mean,
Kane.
I don't know what's happening with England, New Zealand.
New
so
Zealand.
it doesn't look
Healthy.
that great.
No.
Well, hopefully they improve as well. And they're about to play a ODI series
Against.
against India. Oh, sorry, T20 series against India.
So
Coming up.
They
That
have,
will be tough too.
India have them than us, don't they?
Yeah. Now that will be
Are we
tough.
playing an ODI T20s against India or just the 4 tests?
I think it's just a 4 test.
Yeah, I believe it is too. But I'm not sure.
I'll quickly get that.
When does the IPL start? That would be April,
be
wouldn't it? Early April.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
see?
they'd India wouldn't have any
Cameron
thing
Green
else
We
on.
play 3 ODIs against Australia.
against
So,
Australia.
Australia played 3 ODIs against India.
Ah, yeah. And then the test.
4
obviously.
tests. Yep.
Yep.
Take that.
Is that the World Cup? Is that the final thing, or is it?
No, it's just there because it is
When will
part of
that
it.
be, and where will it? Do you reckon
At
they'll play in
Lord's.
England?
Yep, always going to play at England. They should. You can argue that rain is bad in England. Again, you can argue that's bad in Sydney. Anywhere you go, you'll find rain.
Yeah.
I think play it at a neutral venue. In that case, if Australia's playing, don't play it at the MCG. Why? Why are you giving Australia that? Unless they want to do it as top team gets the advantage. But yeah, play it neutral, play it. If it's Australia, India, play it in England. If it's Australia,
Play it in
England,
Pakistan.
play in,
Yeah.
India.
Pakistan don't have the best pitches though, but it is what it is.
No.
It's a road.
All right, let's go to a new segment I've come up with.
Yep.
Underrated, overrated, or fairly rated. We'll start with the Renegades hero, Aaron Finch.
I reckon he's becoming underrated now. Like everyone's just written him off, and he's had some very important innings this year.
Yeah, the last few games he's pulled his head out, and yeah,
The knock last night was pretty good.
I reckon he's fairly rated.
oh yeah, I reckon he's fairly rated. He has his ups and downs, but he has been playing well at the minute.
As the quote says when Warner made his 200, class is permanent, form is temporary. He's been out of form for a bit now, and he showed us why he's one of the best T20 players in the world. And he's got most runs and top 5 most runs in BBL.
Is he in
He can-
top 5 now?
Yeah, he's been in it for a while.
Oh,
He's got top 5 most runs this year. He's
taken the captaining
yeah.
role since Maddo got injured. Madison got injured.
He's played better when he came back as captain.
He has, yeah.
Yeah.
He
And he has gone down the order. He's now batting at 4.
I like that. It saves him from sneaking off to a good one early or
Yeah.
trying to force something in the power play. He can come in and play cricket how he wants.
He's
And-
relaxed. It's like
yeah.
his playground.
And he's playing very sensible innings too, just
He's not-
taking his time, controlling the innings.
Yeah.
And then
Nothing sealed. Not
when it's his time, then he goes. Like, it takes 20, 30 balls. The pressure's off him.
yeah.
We did mention this bloke, Finn Allen,
Yep.
from New Zealand.
Underrated.
Yeah, underrated for me.
Yeah. I haven't really heard much of him, but from
He
what
did.
it sounds like.
He had that big score, and
Is he a batter?
he's a bat. I think that.
Oh, yeah.
And people just thought this is the new way to play cricket. I mean, he come out and just put Australia to the fence,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is good. So he's got talent. I think he needs to now show people he can still play. He's got that one big score and a lot of low scores. He's got to come out in these T20s against India and make 50s or 30s, make good scores.
Yeah. Well, he's overtook Guptill now for New Zealand, so
Yep.
there's some potential there, obviously.
Yeah. Hobart Hurricanes player. Zach Crowley. Now, you could have said England Test player, but
I reckon he's overrated. At the minute in T20, overrated in the BBL.
he's an old format player. Test match over or under fairly.
Fairly rated, I reckon. Or
That's kind of tough.
that is really. It's either fairly rated or.
Probably fairly rated for me.
I'd say yeah.
It's kind of at the top of under and the bottom of fairly for
Yeah,
me, like in the middle.
Yeah.
Due to the fact that when he started his career, people thought, why is this bloke
playing.
playing?
Yeah.
McCullum comes along, Bazball shows Crowley that he can play under the new thing at England.
Yeah.
Personally, I rate it. Yeah, he's almost underrated, yeah.
Yeah.
This one I think might slip in the overrated category. Roberto.
Well, after the series, yeah.
After that series,
Yeah. He's
you're meant to be the top bowler for your team.
and
And
he
yeah.
Didn't show much,
didn't
really.
show much.
it's leaving a door for Nokia. I mean, looking at that team, I mean, there's not much.
Marco Jansen, but
Jansen looks good. Who's their fourth quick?
I don't know.
Who's that? No, it was bowling mediums.
Maharaj? No, he's just.
No, his last name was like NGI.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nagidi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't want to mispronounce that name.
yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yes, I mean there's not a lot of bowlers in.
Najidi,
It's
isn't it?
Nagidi.
Yeah. And last one, Rohit Sharma.
Fairly rated. He's been good for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
I'd lean towards fairly rated as well.
Yeah, fairly rated makes more sense to me. I mean, he's been good for India.
How old is he now? He'll be
Big mid-30s.
30 odd, I would say.
early 30s, I reckon.
Yeah, he's
33.
35.
No, bugger. I did say
Oh.
it was halfway through his 30s originally.
You were
Yeah.
correct.
Nah, fairly rated.
Who was that Indian that got the car crash? That serious car crash?
Rishabh
Rashad
Pant.
Pant.
Man, there you are.
He will be a big miss for India in their
Yeah.
test squad against Australia.
Is he still, how long's he out for?
He's out for a
He
while.
could be out for the whole year.
I
I mean, that there was,
it was
looking
a
at the images.
bad crash, and he went. Did he go into ICU?
I'm not sure.
Intensive care unit.
Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, no,
Hopefully he's getting well.
he's a very good player. I respect Rishabh Pant,
He did he's the only Indian to make the ICC Test Team of the Year.
and he's their keeper. Johnny Bairstow's there as a bat, not keeper.
I think, Johnny Bairstow's now,
A bat.
and just bat now, yeah.
Yeah.
Pope can keep. Who's that keeper now?
Billings.
Yeah, Billings.
Yeah.
Butler if he plays.
I have a fair few keepers to go to. Who
Yeah.
does Australia have to go to? They have Tim Payne, but I don't.
He won't play again.
Matty
Inglis.
English. Matty Wade's done.
Anyway, it's got to be done. I think that's it.
Yeah.
English.
Maybe
Carey.
maybe Hansham. Maybe Hansham as a keeper.
Maybe.
You can have the
Philippi.
No, he's not,
Not
playing
as a-
Test.
no,
He's
no
not playing
way.
Test.
He hasn't been making runs anyway.
Hanscom's in that side as a backup keeper, obviously.
You'd hope so, at least.
Oh yeah, not David Warner.
He has kept before.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it, man.
Before of it.
But was he?
I've never seen bowl.
Yeah.
He should have bowled it. I think that concludes.
That
Concludes us this week. Thank you all for
Well,
staying tuned.
See you next week. And who we got this week, boys? In the scenes, we got G West.
G West, yeah, Geelong West.
G
Yep.
West.
Hopefully some wins. Yeah.
Hopefully
Hopefully
some
some
wins.
wins, and yeah. See if Levi can back up the tongue of a fifer in the 17s.
That'd be lovely. No, it would be. I'll take that in day of the
I'll
year.
give you $10.
Thank you for staying tuned.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Stay tuned
yeah,
for more
working our way towards getting people for your interviews,
and head cams, I believe.
head cams. Eventually, you'll probably see them in the trainings.
Not in games.
Not
You
in
might see
games.
more game day vlogs this weekend.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later on.
See you next week. Thank you.
Catch up.